to order at 6 o'clock. Ms. Clerk.
The County Board of Supervisors October 21st meeting notice and agenda was posted in the Government Center building in 2 places and posted on the county website on Thursday, October 16th, 2025. In addition, on Thursday, October 16th at 2:28 p.m., the Office of the County Clerk distributed copies of such notice of meeting to supervisors and media via email.
Counselor.
That constitutes proper notice.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Brad Olson,
Here.
Doug Rowdy,
Here.
Steve Wornall,
Here.
Pam Garvey,
Here.
Tracy LeBlanc,
Here.
Dan Ruck,
Here.
Sharon Kelly,
Here.
Jeremy Hall,
Here.
Kim O'Connell,
Here.
Tony Johnson,
Here.
Jay Luke,
Here.
Fran Duncanson,
Here.
Russ Arkan,
Here.
Keith Karpinski,
Here.
John Bonaprise.
Here.
Members are present.
Please join me in pledging allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
I move to approve the agenda as presented, number 5.
Motion made to approve the agenda.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Both same sign. Okay,
Motion to approve the minutes from our September 16th, 2025 meeting.
Second.
motion made to approve the minutes. And a second. Any discussion on them? All in favor?
Aye.
Both same sign.
The comments.
I'm looking, yeah, anything on, any public comment? Anyone up there? Okay. Number 8. Understanding the presentation submission of the 2026 budget.
Evening, everyone.
Evening.
Here, set up. We are on the 21st of October, full board discussion and submission of the budget. We looked at, in October, comments from the committees. Next slide. Out of committees came these 2 topics. One was moving the Justice Center HVAC project, the full project forward to next year. That's taken another $1.2 million out of the general fund. The other one is the increase to the VA, position in the DA's office from 20 hours to 30 hours in that. And in this budget, I incorporated those items in there. So the number you see now will reflect that than what you saw at the committee meetings. Next slide. So our total budget now is $74,110,443, up from last year, $72 million. Our levy still is the same at 23.6. Our sales tax is estimated at 5 million, a little over 5 million. Our mill rate still goes down, decreases to $2.49 per thousand. And the FTE count is slightly increased due to the 2 positions in CSD. That's the same that was presented at the committees. Next slide. Again, revenues are at 72.3 million, expenses at 74. It's at a deficit. Our levy, 23.6. Lowers our mill rate, declines to 2.49. Our FTE count is slightly up. And this budget allows us to invest in our priorities, along with managing our general fund and keeping our base levy stable. Next slide. Here's our available fund in the fund balance. That's pulling the $2.2 million out of there, both for the HVAC project in the Justice Center and finishing off the recycling center with that equipment there. We still have $5.8 million remaining available to us. Gives us a good cushion for our interest rates and anything that happens in the future. Next slide. Recap again through 2020 to 2024, the CIP was largely funded by our ARPA funds. We started the debt financing program in 25. This stabilizes our base levy. The budget I'm proposing takes out of the general fund, uses this recycling special charge and our debt financing. All with that, remembering that's declining our mill rate. Borrowing the 2.25 million keeps the base levy stable. And our rates for government remain favorable, 4.5%. The feds are still anticipating dropping it twice here in the last quarter. That was still consistent today online. And this is using 2.2 million out of our general fund and retaining our balance for our future needs. Next slide. These are these numbers updated from adding those two items to the project with our CIP. IT items, parks and facilities naturally went up with that. To expenditures of $8.7 million for those projects. Next slide. AFRs, these are the same slides shown at the committee level of those items that are included in the budget. From the Register of Deeds projects to the IT projects with risk assessment funding for cybersecurity and a learning management system for HR with training. Next slide. Capital AFRs are these moving forward. For the recycling project, law enforcement from the 9 squads resurfaced in the jail showers, new squad computers, side by side for parks, back tractor and County Road I at the 350 mark there for that with 3.9 for capital project in those. Slide. This one was a slide given back in September to the county board. These are the outside agencies funding. Want to remind everyone on those that are in the budget. The 2025 budget is in the left column. The requested amount is next to that. Recommended is over here on the far right side. So we kept economic development flat. Same thing with the Historical Society. Kinship's the same. West Cap is 4,000. The Fair Societies went down due to the cost of the grandstand and awards. Tourism asked for $30,000. I kept them the same at $75,000. West Coast Region Planning, that's a formula they give us for that allocation, so we don't have anything to do with that one. But that's the funding for the outside agencies, recommended at $301,950. Next slide. That's the budget submission. I kind of repeated the same thing at every committee, so everyone got to hear the same presentation consistently, that there wasn't any outliers or surprises with it. The budget is, again, sound. It does work off our general fund and our debt financing to keep our level levy stable. Any questions at this time? Yeah.
So on page 3, that extra 5.8, what does that percent make it over the 50? Because we were required 50%. So what does that put us at? How much?
I'll look back at finding the calculator in front of them.
It's at a little less than an additional 20%.
So we're 20% over, all right. Is there a reason not to use that instead of the general fund money? To that 1.8 that's we're under?
That 1.8 is coming out of the general fund there.
Okay.
That is part of that 2.2 million.
That's part of that, okay.
Yep. That's the deficit side of that. So we're pulling the 2.2 out of the general fund.
What is previously committed on that fund?
Those are projects previously approved by the board in the last budget cycle.
So that's from the 2025,
24,
24 one. All right.
24, 23, and possibly 22. I'd have to see the list
If
again.
we go back that far,
Yeah.
that carryovers. All right.
That's just things that haven't been finished yet?
Correct. Some of them are rolled over, like the D.D. Kennedy Walking Bridge. That's been 5 years waiting on DNR approval for that, and that's finally gets replaced in November.
Yeah.
Yes, Brad?
So the 23.6 on slide 5 there, the 23.6 for the 2026 levy, is that the maximum we can bring in? Or could we bring in more than the 23.6? I mean, are we using all of our levy? at
That is
23.6?
That is all of our levy.
Okay.
That is our max levy.
Okay.
And we do have a little say in the West Central Wisconsin Regional Planning. We get to vote with the three of us that are on that committee get to vote on that. I mean, it's not a huge dollar amount, but we do have a say in it.
Anybody else?
Dr. Moore, where are we at on our request for additional judge and district attorney?
The judge currently right now they're going through their case study right now with the state. That should be completed by March. We started drafting letters to go to our representatives for support on those. As we get a spring on where we sit on.
Each judge is behind about 600 cases.
Their caseload is at about 600, yes, open cases,
Average?
average, where other counties are sitting around 200. Anybody else have anything on the budget here? Just one more?
I gotta ask one more.
Go ahead.
So in the capital improvement plan, is there any other ones that we can move up to save any money? I mean, that aren't huge or anything. I see there's quite a few pages of them. Some aren't very big.
Right now, the way the plan,
And things off that we shouldn't be. I mean, we have that 5 million at 5.8. I mean, should we be getting some of these other equipment or something before it doubles and everything?
no, we're sitting well with our capital improvement plan on being caught up on deferred maintenance. The plan right now is as we move forward, as continuing on to keep our levy stable with debt financing and that issuing, along with the general fund, is to move the projects forward that are listed right there. So none are critical at this point. The one that you move forward, the Justice Center HVAC, that was the critical one.
Okay.
Okay, anybody else? Okay, thank you. All right, not the resolution. Pleasure.
I make a motion to approve resolution 30-25. A resolution request funding and additional support from the state of Wisconsin to offset the cost of federal SNAP program changes. This came out of Health and Human Services with a unanimous recommendation to send it to the board.
Second.
So that, yeah. Okay. Resolution,
Yes, this came out of, as
need a second.
Supervisor, so this came out of HHS to help with the changes out of the federal government for more background checks on eligibility for the SNAP program. The reason this is coming forward now and after the state budget has been passed, legislators are currently working on a budget repair bill. So we want to get this in there, and it's a lobbying resolution to support more funding for the counties.
And I'll second that motion.
Just for the record, I think Steve might have seconded already.
Yeah.
Oh,
Supervisor Warndall.
Now, wait a minute. Motion made and seconded.
We have discussion.
And you clarified it, how so?
The second was just made by Supervisor Warthall, that's all.
Oh, okay. I thought John made it also. Well, anyway, any discussion on the proposed resolution sent to the state? Hearing none, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
2-2.
Okay, resolution number 3125.
And I will move. Move that.
You move.
resolution.
Second.
Motion made to approve 3125,
There was a second here.
seconded by Dan. Okay, any discussion?
Just note the dates and times. It's 1 o'clock and not 6.
You got the dates and time?
It's 1 o'clock on the
November.
12th.
Well,
You're just advising us.
I'm
That's
just
what it is.
advising, so you show
You're
up.
not trying to change it.
I can't change it, I just advise.
All right,
Constraints?
okay. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Vote same sign. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Confirmation and appointments by the county chair, we had none. Number 11, appointment administrator.
I have no appointments this month. I will have at least one next month for the being officer for the county.
Okay. Chairman's report. There's nothing that I had at all that to indicate. Except we are following potential funding through a committee or for a meeting that we had over in Barron on week. I don't remember what day. Tuesday, but there's potentially some interest in getting some funding, so we're watching it close, and that group of counties, it's called the Big Ten, and that group of counties is been pretty dormant for a while, but they're moving along, so it looks like we're keeping a close eye on it and getting back to some contact with it. It was a good productive meeting, and I think we're gonna get something out of it. Hey, administrators report.
What kind of funding was it?
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, what was the funding for?
Oh, it's our Big Ten meeting.
For what?
Oh, funding for roads.
Oh, for road fund, okay,
Yeah,
there,
yeah, that's our Big Ten group that
okay.
we hadn't had a meeting for a while. I don't know exactly why. There was some distension in the management or something. I
Okay,
don't know exactly what it was, but they didn't advise me of it at least.
Josh Shelton from the highway department, he
Yeah.
took some up and Jay did.
Okay, administrator.
Yes, Mr. Chair, just a few things. Most I've heard most of this. Just to get in the minutes though, the sheriff's department beat the Unity kids in homecoming in softball. Make sure that gets in the minutes. Sheriff's department in there.
They're lucky.
As Supervisor Bonneprice said, we're looking at a third judge for Polk County, waiting on the caseload study, and then moving forward for support from our legislators for that. On October 15th, I attended the forest tour with the ES committee. And those that went on the tour, I think they could also say it was very interesting. Learning the different ways they cut the forest for different outcomes and different trees they want to grow. It was a beautiful day in Polk County Forest with the leaves turning and stuff. But just hats off to the ES committee and our foresters, both Paul and Brent for taking us on that trip. The sheriff's department had 2 graduations. two graduates from Northwoods College. I believe they were sworn in over at the Justice Center. A couple things that came today from HHF, basically. They've been watching these programs coming from the federal government due to the shutdown. This one's from the Energy Assistance Program Manager. Due to the shutdown of the federal government, payments are not going out. We will not know what is going on with the regular benefits until the shutdown ends. At this time, we are telling customers they will get a letter in the mail once the shutdown is over and payments resume. They are processing what they can in the meantime and hoping they get back up soon. The other one is out of the food share benefits. Right now, this has been going back and forth. Tanya has been keeping me up to date on this. And what it means for Wisconsin at this time is that November food share benefits will not be available unless the shutdown ends. Food share benefits may not be available on on the cards to make purchases in November. This may include if they have extra money left over from October, they might shut down the whole program. So that's going back and forth right now. Currently, Medicaid and the Badger Care Plus members still have coverage, and they will continue to have coverage in November. WIC members can use their WIC benefits and appointments, do not need to take any action at this time. If there are changes to the availability of WIC funding and benefits, DHS and the WIC membership partners will provide that notice as soon as possible. So these are things we're constantly monitoring every day just to see how it's going to affect our residents. And that is all I have right now for my report.
Okay. Announcements or supervisors reports. I wonder if Steve might want to elaborate a little bit on the Big Ten meeting that we attended. I know you have a much better handle on highway than I do.
Yeah, the Big Ten is the 10 surrounding counties. Their highway commissioners have a meeting. They call it their group, the Big Ten. Every district in the state has the same thing. They all meet once a month. We get called up to meet with them twice a year. The committee members and committee chairs and that type thing. The positive thing that came out of the meeting is 11.6, I think, % increase in RMA money. The RMA money is the money we get from the state to maintain the state system. So that was a positive that they're finally realizing. It still isn't enough, but out of that meeting, that was a positive outcome at any rate. So
Supervisor Warndall, if I can add to that, the increased funding for Polk County for that RMA was $66,000. Their current allocation is $1.3 million. It's been that way for a while. If you look at the model that they do, the model that the state uses, the unrestricted model that says how much funding Polk County should get, is closer to $2.2 million. They're trying to get everyone up to around 60% to 70% of that model. So some counties got a larger increase that were much lower. But for Polk County, the increase in that was only $66,000, which in road work doesn't go very far.
no. But at least it didn't stay the same like it did for years and years and years. So
It's something.
maybe there's some hope at the end. So that's about all I.
We're supposed to see the larger increase in the second year of the biennium. Hopefully.
Thanks, Steve. Anyone else?
Well, I was a representative at our state convention for Polk County. Sharon was there and we tried to sit in on different workshops. And I left, at the clerk's office, I left a copy of each breakout session and each workshop. I think maybe I had some notes on some of them. So if anybody wants to see anything on any of the breakout sessions that we attended, there's a copy of it over at the clerk's office. It was the largest attendance in the state convention there's ever been number-wise. All 72 counties were represented. So it was, I'd say, a very successful far as Governor Evers was there 2 days and he announced that people know that he wasn't gonna run for a third term. And there isn't anybody that spoke up that nobody else has filed for governor. Well, maybe some lady has. One thing that surprised me is from the report I got, there's never been a governor from the county, from Milwaukee County elected to the governor of state of Wisconsin. There's somebody in Milwaukee they would like to see run, but hasn't announced yet. So, it was very well attended and I thought we made a lot of progress.
Steve,
Yeah, then as you're driving down the county roads and you see these huge clumps of grass, I'm sure people might be asking about them. I know with my eyesight, they throw me, but that's a result of the stunning growth of the grasses in the ditch, so we don't have to mow so much. They spray them now, kills the weeds, but leaves the grass to grow at a slower rate. But the spray has no effect on this type of grass. Okay, so they grow, this tall and clumps. So if anybody asks you why they're there, that's it. So you have to mow to get rid of them there.
Yeah, but the normal grass.
Steve, has Josh said anything to you about a new type of spray you're experimenting with that also would affect the growth of the grass? I heard some different county road commissioners that were talking about they were experimenting with it. Did anybody know anything?
We are too. That's what I'm talking about. The stuff that we're spraying in there to deter the grass from growing and killing weeds doesn't have an effect on this. And I don't know the name of the grass, but you see it on the side of the roads in these clumps.
Yeah.
And it grows pretty tall.
Yeah.
In case you get inquiries about it, that's why it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year they sprayed north of Highway 8, the county roads, with the exception of that little stretch out of Milltown. Between that and 46, they missed that one section, but they did all of north of Highway 8. The cost is like 1/3 of mechanical mowing, and it lasted all summer this year, even with our rainy season. Next year, they plan to do it south of Highway 8, to do down there to see what the results are and what our residents think of it down there.
anything else anybody has? Okay,
Make a motion, we adjourn.
okay. All in favor? Aye.
Hi.
Amen. Amen.